Have you ever felt like you're your own worst enemy? Like there's a part of you that's constantly sabotaging your dreams and goals? You're not alone. Self-sabotage is a silent epidemic that affects millions of people, holding them back from reaching their full potential. But what if I told you that understanding the psychology behind it could be the key to breaking free? Welcome to the Brain Talk Sessions YouTube channel. Your journey to a healthier mind starts here, where we share psychology explained for everyday life. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of self-sabotage. It's not just about procrastination or laziness, it's a complex pattern of behavior that can affect every aspect of our lives. Imagine finally landing that dream job interview, only to find yourself forgetting to set the alarm. Or picture yourself in a loving relationship, but constantly picking fights over nothing. These are just a few examples of how self-sabotage silently holds us back. But why do we do this to ourselves? The root causes often lie deep within our psyche. Fear of failure is a big one. We avoid trying because the pain of failing seems too great. Ironically, some of us even fear success. The pressure, responsibility, and higher expectations that come with achievement can feel overwhelming. And then there's low self-esteem, that nagging belief that we're simply not worthy of happiness or success. Many of these beliefs take root in childhood. Imagine growing up constantly hearing you'll never amount to anything or don't get your hopes up. Those voices become internalized, creating a lifelong pattern of self-doubt. Past traumas can also play a role, leading us to develop protective behaviors that actually hold us back in the long run. There's also the comfort zone problem. Our brains crave predictability, even if our current habits are harmful. Self-sabotage often comes from resisting the discomfort of change, preferring the devil we know to the uncertainty of growth. So how does self-sabotage show up in our lives? Procrastination is a classic sign. We delay important tasks, often out of fear of failure. Perfectionism is another sneaky form, setting impossible standards so that failure feels inevitable. Then there's that constant negative self-talk, the voice in our head that says I'm not good enough or I'll fail anyway. Have you ever noticed yourself getting excited about a new project, only to lose steam halfway through? That's another common sign. We start but don't finish, because completing something means facing potential judgment or rejection. And in relationships, self-sabotage can lead us to push away the people who care most, or choose partners who reinforce our negative beliefs about ourselves. Our childhood experiences play a huge role in shaping these patterns. If our parents modeled fear, avoidance, or harsh self-criticism, we often carry those behaviors into adulthood. Trauma, rejection, or love that felt conditional can leave lasting scars. When we only received love for achievements like good grades or obedience, we might grow up fearing failure and avoiding risks at all costs. Sometimes, there are unresolved inner conflicts at play. When our inner child is still hurting, self-sabotage can act as a twisted form of protection, keeping us from facing rejection or emotional pain again. Let's look at some real-life examples of how this plays out. In our careers, we might decline promotions because of imposter syndrome, convinced we're not qualified despite evidence to the contrary. We might chronically miss deadlines due to procrastination, or quit jobs just as we're on the verge of success. In relationships, self-sabotage can look like testing our partners with jealousy, picking fights over nothing, or leaving perfectly good relationships out of a deep-seated fear of abandonment. When it comes to our health, we might start diets or exercise plans with enthusiasm, only to abandon them as soon as we start seeing progress. This reinforces the belief that lasting change isn't possible for us. But here's the good news: we can break this cycle. The first step is awareness. We need to recognize our patterns and ask ourselves, am I standing in my own way? Once we see it, we can start to shift our mindset. Replace "I can't do this" with "I am learning and improving." Positive affirmations might sound cheesy, but they can actually reshape our inner beliefs over time. Building resilience is key. We need to accept that failure is a natural part of growth and that progress matters more than perfection. There are practical strategies we can use too. Journaling can help us identify our triggers and emotional responses. Therapy or coaching can provide professional guidance to uncover those deep-rooted causes. And setting realistic goals, breaking big tasks into smaller steps and celebrating our small wins, can help build momentum. One of the most powerful tools in overcoming self-sabotage is self-compassion. We often don't realize how much our inner critic fuels these destructive patterns. Kindness to ourselves matters. When we embrace our imperfections instead of punishing ourselves for every mistake, we create emotional safety. This allows for real growth and long-term success. So, let's recap. Self-sabotage is rooted in fear, limiting beliefs, and past experiences. It shows up in countless ways, from procrastination to toxic relationships. But with awareness and action, we can break free from these patterns. Remember, you are not broken. These behaviors were learned, and anything learned can be unlearned with time and effort. I want to leave you with this encouragement: change is possible. You have the power to rewrite your story and stop holding yourself back. It won't happen overnight, but every small step towards self-awareness and self-compassion is a victory. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How does self-sabotage show up in your life? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more psychology and self-growth content. Remember, your journey to a healthier mind starts here. Until next time, take care of yourself, you deserve it.